Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. This is part 5 of a super custom mashup, making into a X-Men Dazzler statue. So basically now, each night when I get some extra A's, I'll be working out the stars. Pretty much show you how I do the stars on her, and then I sand it down and basically have a raised star that's nice and even. So the goal is basically working out the edges, making sure each star point is straight. It doesn't matter how much A's builds up. It matters as the lines are all nice and even, because then at the end I sand it all down. So I'll pretty much show you how I go about that. So it's going to be a lot of each night putting up a point here, a point there, and then going that way until it's all done and ready to go. Alright guys, so basically at this point you can see I did all the line work and it's all kind of pushed up and out. So at this point, all I really like to use is some like 220 or 150 sandpaper. I think this is probably like 220 or 200. And then I have my 3M foam pad fine here. So basically at this point, I just start sanding it down just going down like this. Now you don't want to over sand it and get it down and then you got to re-sculpt it. So you just kind of want to take your time, get it going, and then you pretty much start to smooth it out. You know, make sure you look and you're not sanding too much, but once it starts to come together, you pretty much start getting your shape and it starts looking uniform. And then once you get down to further, you just kind of start smoothing it all out with this. Then after that, you could prime it and see if there's any errors or little pieces. So what we'll do is we'll do a fast video of me sanding it, coming down, and then we'll show you from there. Alright, so basically as you saw, I just pretty much sanded it down, fine sanding it, and then there you go. That's how I pretty much do stars on chests and kind of how to build up a pattern. Now, you know, there's different ways of building up patterns and stuff, but working on resin just kind of works out easier for me. Probably sanded it down a little bit more, but I got to prime it, find errors and all that stuff. But basically going to leave her as is because Jersey Fest is coming up in about a week and a half, so I figured I could bring her at my table so people can see her up close at this phase. And then when we get back, we'll keep working on her some more. So we'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. Basically, I was working on a video of how I was attaching the hands, but what happened was each arm on this statue has a really thick rod in it, and I didn't think the rod was going to go in so far. I thought it was only like maybe to here because it was using the hand, but for some odd reason it goes in further, and as I was trying to take it out, it started cracking and causing errors around on here and here, and I just said, screw it, I'm going to leave the rod in there and work with it. But as I was doing that with the video, of course I messed up. I hit a wrong turn, I hit the desk, and I snapped the ankle again. So I didn't actually snap it, but I cracked it. And when I cracked it, it was a little too loose. So what I had to do is I had to drill around it, staple, and get it back up and going. So basically, this is what happens with customs once in a while. You never know what's inside the polystone resin. You don't know how many rods they put in there, what type of rods, how thick, how far it goes, and then when you try to drill it and you heat it up to get it out, it messes with resin, you can crack it. So you know, you never know what's going on. So basically I had to just kind of stop worrying about filming it and just get it backed up and running. So the problem with this one here is there's a huge thick rod here, and no matter how much I tried to sand and stuff, it was just really hard metal. So I didn't want to push my luck. So I got it to a point where it was okay, and then what I have to do is, see how I did wrinkles here at this, I'm going to do some wrinkles around here just to kind of, I got no choice, I have to do it. And then I got to put her cuff on over here because she's got a glove on and everything. So, you know, there's nothing you can do, but this is what happens when you work with statues like this. You just never know what's going to come up or happen, so you got to kind of work with it. So basically now, as you can see, some errors and stuff, what I did is I used some of my Tamiya filler, and I'm just patching in some areas here and there. Gotta work out some more of the ankles and just get it all up and running. Now, as far as building out the star on this leg, I'm going to leave it alone because I worked out pretty well. So I'm going to leave this like that. I think that works nicely the way it's in there. And I just got to fill up some more stuff here and there. I hit sand with this foot here a little bit by accident, so I got to kind of build out the little tip there a little bit. So I got some more stuff here and there. And then we'll come back, though, once I start working on the piece up in here. What I'm going to do is probably magnetize it. I'll probably drill a hole, put a magnet in there, get another magnet with a metal rod or something, and kind of just work out the sash and everything. But that's where we're at now. Sorry I don't have the video of all the mishap, but it was just one of those things where I just had to, okay, let me get this working and back up and running, and I can't really, you know, work with that with the camera and all that. But we'll be back, and sorry about that.